Hey everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Today we are going to be drawing Rengoku and Tanjiro from that scene in Mugen Train. I won't spoil it, but you know, it's that scene. It's such a good movie. Anyway, yeah, I thought it was a cool moment and I would like to make a drawing of it. So, let's go. We'll start with Rengoku over the other side. Rengoku. Use a pencil for these and hit pause if I go too fast for you when I move my hand. So the center point of my page is about here. So we'll just go across and up a little bit just to do his nose. I like to start with the nose. Both characters in profile, I think it's the easiest place to start. So we do this sort of curve line out and then it comes around. So it always reminds me of like a letter L or like a number 7 sort of turned upside down. And then nostril just there, right? So then his brow will come up and around here from his nose, right? So we'll go up like this to there. Okay. And then when we know where his brow is, that means we know where his eyebrow is, because the eyebrow is called the eyebrow because it's on the brow. Fun fact. And then the eyebrow comes across here, like so, the bottom of it. And he's got quite big, sort of spiky eyebrows. Right, so then his eye, just underneath the eyebrow here, just across from, say, where the nose meets the brow, right? So it's just down here and it's closed, right? So we just do the bottom line and then this comes up and sort of we'll make it thicker just at the front here, right? So to make it look like closed eyelashes, like so. And then he seems to have some detail lines just above that, right? Some like eyelid line just here. And maybe a line just curving up here as well. All right, so that's his eye, and we'll come and finish his mouth, right? So we'll go curve it out for his top lip. And then it goes back in. And then we meet the bottom lip, which goes out again. And then it goes back in. And then we'll go down for his chin. And around like so. And then his mouth, just where his lips meet, just here. And he's got a smile on his face. Just there. Okay, so I'd say like proportion wise, you know, just keeping everything sort of level and in proportion. Say eyebrow, probably like because his eyes closed, but we'll go with eyebrow to nostril is about the same as nostril to chin area, right? Here to here, about the same as there to there. So this is about halfway between here and here. Right, and then nostril to bottom lip, about the same as bottom lip to chin. Here to here, about the same as there to there. So the bottom lip is usually halfway between the nostril or the nose and the chin, you know, approximately. Normally the nostril is halfway between the eye and the chin, but because his eye is closed, I'd say it's just moved there. So like eyebrow, so nostril halfway between eyebrow and the chin. So then we will do his jaw. So his jaw comes across to there. And then he's got those big hair spikes that hang down, you know, those sort of big pieces of hair on the side of his head. So he's got a lot of hair, Rengoku. So it kind of starts up kind of beside the eyebrow. So we'll go spike it out like that. And then this comes down across his face to there. back up. And this comes down, like so. Next one sort of sticks out here. Back up, right? And his ear is sort of in this area, right behind these hair spikes, right? And it's quite a big ear. Curves around like so. Comes around to there, and maybe like the starts of his jaw, just like there underneath his ear. And we can have bones and ligaments on the inside. So like curving around like so. And then this comes out and down to here. And then another one there. And another one there. Right, so then we have hair spikes. So we go fringe line, hair spikes, just spiking up and around here. And then his fringe will come out around back towards the ear, right? From the front of his brow. So spike up here. And then down. Up to there. Back to there. And these kind of spike in a similar fashion, sort of out and around here, right? So we'll go like so. And then this comes down just towards his ear. Like that. And you can have texture lines. Of course, there's like red and yellow and stuff. It's colored in all red on the tips. And then it's yellow in here. So he does have like blood on his face, right? So he's got, we'll draw that in. So he's got like all these blood sort of blobs coming down his face because he's been in a fight, shall we say. And this comes down over his eye, like here. Up to there, like so. Running down his face and a bit coming out from his mouth. And then, oh, he's got that shadow on his bottom lip, that sort of triangle that Demon Slayer characters have, just there. And I think there's like a line just for his forehead or something there. Right, so then the rest of the hair spikes on the fringe on the other side comes out here. Bring it up. Back in. Up. Down to there. Texture lines like so. All right, and then his hair comes back for the back of his head out this way. Right, so we got some spikes in the middle, and then we spike out. We gradually trend sort of downwards and behind. It's real long hair then behind this way, okay? Like that. just keep going down, adding these little spiking lines all the way down his head. There, this comes down like so, back into there. And then we have some that go over his shoulder, so like a bit of a line for his shoulder there, and then some spikes here. And this goes up in behind his ear then, sort of. Like so. And then he has a ponytail at the back, so it comes out sort of here. Hairline sticking out. There, back into here. There. There's all texture lines in here, so, and some more sort of hair spikes. So like another hair spike here, another one here. So and this comes out like so. There. There. Another hair spike here, and there. Right, so let's see how we. Okay, so the rest of it, like his back will come out this way, and then the front. So he's got some of his neck. Where's his neck? Here. Right? There's a bit of a shadow just underneath his chin. Or his jaw. And then he actually has some more hair that comes down here. Like that. And then he's a collar. Demon Slayer uniform, so it comes that white collar comes out there, and he might have like some necklines just there, and then this will come down like so, come around, back up the other side, and this has a texture line on the inside down like so. So then his white cloak comes down like so, and this has like fold lines just coming down his body here, a line maybe for like where his arm is there, and maybe it's like comes in here somewhere, and then the front of his uniform bumps out down this way. Like so. And then we have a button there, and a button somewhere else. Like button here. So I think his black uniform actually goes in a bit further. So there maybe. And then this will have a line up the middle, and then with some fold lines. And then we have white pocket there. And then his other shoulder and some hair on this side. So hair spikes hanging down. The other side of his head. this, and then into there, back in. Four lines just coming down like so. Right, so that's basically Rengoku. I keep saying Q. Rengoku. So we'll go over and do Tanjiro now. Tanjiro is very upset with himself. So, got big tears in his eyes. I won't say why in case I spoil it. But I guess you can guess why. So his nose, so he's lower, he's shorter than Rengoku. So his nose is like chin level, right? So we're just going to do his nose sort of sticking out here. Right. Pretty pointy nose, but it's kind of that curvy letter L sort of shape again. Right, it sticks out a bit further because he's looking up this direction. So then his forehead, quite a big forehead. Sorry, Tanjiro, but it is pretty big. Like so, and his eyes are really big, right? So his eyebrow is like up here, so we know where his brow is, but his eyebrow is like up near the top. So it like comes down. And Demon Slayer, he has like sort of these crinkly, you know, they're drawn lots of different ways, but it's got a few bends in it. And it's always thicker at the front. So then his top eyelid, just here under the eyebrow, curves down. Like so. So he's upset, he's sad. So it's a downward facing eye, right? So, you know, when you're down, you know. That's why we call it down, because your facial features drop. So he's sad, you know. The eyebrows peak up and the bottom goes down. You know, if you're smiling, it comes up. And then he's got his eye, right? So it's a slim, it's an ellipse, okay? So it's like a slim circle. Like there. And then his iris, very thin, white shape just here. Looking up that way. Can't see his bottom eyelid. It's just this sort of big blob of tears, right? Some circular tears coming down his face. Like so, and then we can add like an eyelid line just there, like so. So he's got a nostril, just like a little dot or a line just there, and then his top lip comes down like so, and then we'll bring it in. Now his mouth is semi-open, okay, so it goes in and then it comes around that opening like this, and then back up to his bottom lip, down, and there's teeth in there. And then the bottom lip comes down for his chin, and around that chin line goes back that way. So I would say, like, again, proportion wise, so with Tanjiro it's different here, right? So the nostril to the top of his eye is about the same as the nostril to the chin. So here to here, about the same as here to here, okay? But then bottom lip is always usually in the right spot. So nostril to bottom lip, about the same as bottom lip to chin, okay? So that's roughly your proportion there. And then his bottom lip line like so. Then our jaw goes back and up to there. And his neck then comes down here, we got a bit of a shadow underneath the neck here. So you just color that in dark black. Alright, so then his hair. So he's got hair spikes just up the top of his forehead here, right? So they can start with his hairline, zigzag down. And eventually this comes to a piece of hair that comes in across his face, right? So this comes down. It comes right in, nearly touches his eye, just there. And then goes back. And up into there. And then move another one back to here. And then his ear comes around. Like that. And this will come down for his jaw a little bit. So like Rengoku, just there. Just a little sort of shadowy area. Just there. Okay. And then we'll add bones and ligaments just like this again. So we just add some details around like so. Down to there. Around like so. And then this comes up. Like that. And he's got an earring. So we got like a circle with the line coming down. And then we go out. Down for that rectangular earring, just hanging down there. It has a black line on top, something on the bottom, and then we have the earth, the sun, and the sun's rays. Like so. Right, so then the rest of Tanjiro's hair goes all the way back, right? So it's all slicked back, and there's a couple of hair spikes every now and then. So we will go up, out. And the next one goes up, back to here. This one curves up to a spike, back down. We go there, down to there. And then in. And then we keep going. So we do another one back this way, down, spikes up, down to there. This comes down to there. Down, and this will eventually come down, spike in around behind his ear. So we spike this way, this one spikes out into there, couple of hair spikes, and it goes in behind his ear, just there. Now the thing with Tanjiro and his hair is you got to draw in the shadows, right? Or just it finishes like this, so we got to do the shadows in. Okay, so I'll draw them in now. So a shadow there. So these are all black inside, okay? And then this comes up. And you're kind of just like following, adding a shadow to each sort of one. Right, this one will go, actually this one goes long. Back like that. And then it goes back in. Down to there. And he seems to have like another hair spike like here, drawn in. there, and then this has another shadow line, goes that way. I draw in so you're drawing in like the difference between the red parts of his hair and the black parts, right? That's what this is. Back to there. Goes in behind his head then, and this is all sort of black in here, and then we have a red section on these, so we've got sort of a red section in here, red section here, back to there, and then down to there, and then this goes back in, around this way. Right, so this is like all black. So all black, like so. And then his Demon Slayer collar goes across the front, like so. So then this comes down to here. And then it'll go back around like Rengoku's, his collar, and it has a texture line that comes down the middle of it, like so. And then the front of his body will go down this way. Goes into there. And the front of his cloak, well, we have a button here actually, just there, and then like a fold line going back that way, and then yeah, so his cloak comes out the front here, down there, and then this comes back, his shoulder and his back just down there. And so his shoulder line just here down to there, and he's got like a fold line here, and then like the front of his clothing comes down this way, and I think this goes up behind his earring, back there somewhere. And then in there we have all black and green boxes, so we got to divide this up there, and then this one comes down to there, like so. Another one here, there, there. So that's green, that's black, so that's black, and then another sort of black one here. So they're not like perfect squares now or anything, because you know the fabric is like folding over his shoulder, so they're sort of different shapes, really. Like that. And then this one comes down there, right there. Like so. And what can we see? I think there's like a fold line maybe here. So there's black. There's black. And Okay, I think that's it. That is how to draw Tanjiro and Rengoku. Hope it was helpful, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.